Welcome back, my name is RandomVictory, and today, on whatever this show is called, I have a special guest once again. I think he died.
Me? Maybe. I don't know. I'm here, guys, too. Stardust 200.
Now, today we're talking about the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, even though everyone knows about it. Now, before anyone says I'm wrong, I actually made the only person who heard this theory and now denies it. I'm not gonna say his name, but I want to tell you, Star, that my theory was it was a day before Comic-Con started, okay? So the announcement hadn't happened. And I had, from the videos I had seen, from the whole leaked images, not images, but the titles of the new games, supposedly.
Yeah.
My theory was, if it said, let's go, and because the new Pokemon movie was gonna come out, and the main two protagonists of that movie is Ash and that girl who has an Eevee.
Conspiracy theories.
What I thought, my first thought was, first of all movies are connected. Most of the time, sometimes they show a new Pokemon from a new region announcing a new game, or in this case, it was announcing Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee because the two main characters, well, Ash has a Pikachu, the girl has an Eevee. Not very factable. But my theory was that if it says let's go, wouldn't that mean the Pokemon that has been proven would be outside their balls and would be not following you but be with you during the game?
True.
And it happened. When I saw that, I was right. Now, I'm not gonna say the name of the person because they deny it. And first of all, none of these facts had been proven during that time. Maybe it had been a conspiracy theory or theory from other people, but I didn't see them.
Yeah.
What do you think about the game?
Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I think it's an interesting concept how they're actually trying to implement things from Pokemon Go, trying to implement the catch method, but also still keeping the traditional Pokemon style. Yeah. How about you travel the region, get 8 gym badges, defeat the league, basically, and you still battle against other trainers too. Yeah. I think they still have the Team Rocket. I'm glad how they're doing that, but it's kind of like they're doing, in my theory, I kind of think they're like doing a remake, but also they're doing a remake in a new, different way.
Yeah.
Also, they also later on at E3, they announced that actually after they released Let's Go Pikachu, or closer around E3, so when they released that they're gonna do a core Pokemon not TCG. I was gonna say the trading card game, but I was gonna say the video game next year is that they're gonna release a new title. So what I'm thinking is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is basically like a prototype to see how well Pokemon do on Switch, so they can improve on it in their next core I was gonna say TCG game. The next core RPG game. That's the word I was missing. RPG.
So what people were mad about is that they wanted the new main series, the core main series, and they didn't want a spin-off. Now, where people forgot, after the trailer was announced, they released the little interview with the creators of Pokemon, and they said this was a new main series game.
Yep.
If they go through all the regions again, that would be pretty cool. Even the new regions coming out in the new core series, in the next core game, or if it's a remake of Sinnoh, we still have to see.
Oh, remakes.
Even though Black and White and then Black and White 2 was right next to each other, then Sun and Moon and Ultra was right next to each other too. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Well, they did with Fire and then Fire Red.
Yeah, but I mean, people are also at the time when when Sun and Moon and Black and White, I think people are hoping for a third game. It's kind of like how people were hoping for when XY came out for Pokemon Z, for Zedgar.
Yeah.
Or if they wanted Sun and Moon, that people were hoping for Pokemon Stars.
Yeah, they wanted a third installment. And what I would like to see for Black and White, the only reason if I would play that game would be because they said the true Dragon Pokemon. Third installment, second game, that being a story based off of the true dragon. In that third installment of the second, it would be where those two Pokemon all three were fused again into the main dragon. I would like to see that.
Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem all fused into one?
Once again, and turned into that big dragon dude they were telling about it in the story.
Here, Zeus, let me give you a polymerization. See if that will fuse all 3 dragons to make the most ultimate dragon.
We'll just get Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Yeah, that
It's
will be
just
funny.
the ultimate troll.
Alright, I fuse Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kiram to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Wait, that's not right.
Close enough.
They're dragons. Close enough. Do you do that in the trading card game?
Yeah.
You have Kiram on your bench, you have Zekrom in play, then you have Reshiram. Then you just draw a Yu-Gi-Oh card, play polymerization, and put Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in your action zone.
Now, what I would like to see them giving love would be the trading figure game. Pokemon Duels.
Yeah.
Now, I recently got into Pokemon Duels again after I got into the actual figures, because now I own my own Feraligatr, even though I prefer Totodile, of course. I wanted, if they would bring that back as figures, you got an A+ right here. I would be spending heck out of it.
Spend all your money.
Especially with people selling prototypes of the figures online. There's practically a $3,000 Mewtwo prototype figure that was for the 3rd set that never got released. They only had a few prototype figures that were only showcased, I think, at E3, but eventually were cancelled. It was Dialga, Palkia, Arceus, Mewtwo, and some other ones. Fan favorites, of course.
Charizard,
I think, already had one. And, I mean, they already had cool designs. I mean, bring back, like, if anyone knows, my favorite figure for Lugia, my other favorite Pokemon, is the promo figure for Soul Silver. Him jumping out of the water, him being part of the water shape, and being part of that, being part of the figure of the water, actually looks pretty cool, and I would love to see that as a trading figure spin top thing. Or just make Beyblades with Pokemon on it, you know, same thing.
Beyblade, let it rip.
Let's catch 'em all. Give me your Bey, kid. You know.
Gotta catch all the Beyblades.
Same thing, right? You would just have your Beys just standing in the middle of the field, and they would stop and do their attack for some reason. They would like just completely stop, and they would be like, let me spin. Stop. Alright, I do Earthquake, spin again, and then let your opponent spin. It would be the most weird tops ever. They instantly just stop it mid-spin, and then just spinning again. It's literally Tyson's El Drago from G-Revolution. When if it would stop spinning, he would like activate an engine and would turn it into overdrive.
Let's kick it into overdrive. Quote Jack Atlas.
Pokemon's at tops would not be pretty cool, but I would like to see, because the Pokemon card game was on systems before. Now it's on tablet and can only be used on tablet. That really pisses me off.
Only on tablet?
Yeah. I mean, it's on PC, of course, but I don't want to be on my PC. Sometimes I just want to be on my bed playing some Pokemon cards. I can't play it on my phone. Now,
I usually play Yu-Gi-Oh on YGO Pro on my PC.
Now, I would love it on Switch.
Ooh. Now, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh game that came out for the PlayStation 4 called Duelist Legacy, and in the Switch fan page, I posted what happens if they decide to put Duelist Legacy on the Switch. Some people respond, I might pick up. I would definitely pick up. Sounds fun, because there's pendulum summoning in it.
So, I'll be saying this early. This might be a sneak peek if it comes out first, or maybe not. I'm playing a new fan game that I've been waiting for ever since I saw someone announce it on a video, that it was a fan game. It was called Pokemon Phoenix Rising. I think I showed you. But it was released 25th of May. One day after Comic-Con. The second day. None of us had a laptop. It had been released.
Is it
And
gone now?
No, it's still up. They brought a update for it. Because they removed it and then they because they had some issues and then they fixed it and re-uploaded it with the fixed issues.
Yeah.
Today, the 18th, I record 3 episodes of it, and I'm very glad with that game. Now,
That's good.
I can see that there's some problems with the game. Frame rate, it's very slow, or maybe it's just my end because I'm recording it, of course. I wish I could stream. Like, if I could just stream the game, or just like, if I wasn't very, like, those awkward moments where you just stop talking.
You're still into the game?
I would record 3 hours of it and just upload it. There, done.
That would be interesting to see. It's like how I saw people for Yu-Gi-Oh that do live streams is that they're dueling on Yu-Gi-Oh Pro and they're just, talking to people about dueling strangers over the internet.
Now, I don't know, Juan, do you like watching long videos?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I watch Cyber and I open like 100 or 330 packs.
Yeah, sometimes I enjoy seeing those, but what I hate is when you put so much work into it, and then at the end of the video they recap it. If you know that YouTuber recaps their video at the end, what they got, then what's the point of watching the entire video? You literally just skip to the end.
That's true.
I sometimes do that if I'm annoyed. Like, Unlisted Leaf. Yeah, I like seeing his content, but ever since he reached 1 million, he changed completely. You can see his attitude, and he doesn't use the catchphrases he used to do, or he made little skits that were extremely funny back when I used to watch him. And now he doesn't do those skits when he pulls a super rare card. He bought a $3,000 booster box, and my favorite skit out of it was, I think, part 3 or part 4, where he pulls. You're not even guaranteed a good card out of this. It was a crystal Nidoking, and pulling those damn cards
Are pain in the butt.
like. You're better off looking for Atlantis at this point.
In my
trying
case,
to find that.
it would be like buying a first edition box of Blue Eyes, the first set for Yu-Gi-Oh, and pulling a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Exactly.
Getting hollows from old Yu-Gi-Oh sets is a pain in the buttocks. Not like nowadays where you're guaranteed a super in every pack. Back in the day,
Yeah.
oh man, they don't want to give you hollows. They just want to give you a pain in the butt. You think you got something, and then you just find out it's just a common. You get all happy
Yeah.
for nothing.
And now, he had a little skit in that video where it was all like, it was a Law and Order skit, and it was
Dun dun.
he walks in and he's like, so what do we have here? We have a death by card, but it was death by card, a DBC, something like that. And it was like, we have a DBC, another death by card? Show me what you got. And he shows him the card. It was like, this is a Crystal Nidoking. You have to buy a $3,000 booster box for this. He's like, yeah, that's what I did, man. You can tell over there in the corner. It's like, what were you thinking? And and then it cuts out to him what he's thinking, and it's him dancing all over the place like, hey, like lollipops and something, a song that goes like that. It's just a happy moment. I
He
love
was
that.
crying in joy. It's
If
probably
you-
like how I felt pulling a Firewall Dragon from my booster box, my first booster box I ever bought.
Yeah. Like a Pokemon YouTuber I would recommend you would watch would be Pokasu. He does a lot of vintage openings, and I like those openings. He does complete sets where he tries to get all the complete sets sometimes, or he shows you the collection he already has, sometimes sealed products that are extremely hard to get now. And recently came back with a video after his grandfather died, and he said, I'll be opening more booster boxes of the newer sets, but in lower quantities, because he would go crazy. He would buy probably entire cases or 2 cases of the damn set.
That's a lot.
I
That's
don't
probably
have-
something.
I mean, each set, each case, depending who you buy it off, is 500 to over 6 to 800 bucks. Now,
That's a lot.
he said, because I really don't like the new cards that came out. Yeah, they're interesting, they're amazing, but I prefer the older ones. They had more art style. I really like the older art styles. Like your Malmar deck, those cards are $10 high and going up in price because they're very good and expanded.
Oh, I bet.
Now, with the deck modifications I did, that I still have to do the video on, I just don't know how to do the video, if I should be talking over it, or just edit it and say words about it. Like, literally just a silent video with music and just reading everything. That deck would be... What did I say? Hope I did not say the other word.
You didn't say the other word. You're good. You said
Okay.
deck. I heard deck.
That deck would be killer in expanded, because your opponent, first of all, would be trapped, couldn't do anything.
Sleepy. You'll be sleep the whole
Exactly.
time, and then you would take, depending how good you are with your flips, and also have a card that makes it does extra 10 damage, and if attached to armor, it does an extra 10 more damage, then does 60, and just keep on flipping, and your opponent can't do anything because it's asleep. So
Yep.
just take it like a man.
And if your deck has a EX counter, well, this deck also has GX and a ton of abilities too. So, and they're all dark type. And each card is for support of dark types, and it's killer. When I release this deck review, it's gonna be amazing. I don't know how many people are gonna criticize it, how many people are gonna actually play it, but I really just like playing older decks, or older cards with new cards.
And that's kind of like how Yu-Gi-Oh! How
Yeah.
they're releasing new Link monsters to help out old decks. Like in Flames of Destruction, there's a card called Wind-Ups and Maintenance. It's a card that helps out Wind-Ups that came out back when Zexal first came out, and Wind-Ups was a really powerful meta deck back when it came out.
I really
So it's
like
kinda
wind-ups.
like that. Me too. Kind of want to build them, but I'm not sure. I know I want to build Photon so badly, but they're so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
$14 for a Photon Galaxy Ice Dragon. And it's been a really long time. He's been reprinted like 3 times already. He's still $14 for just one copy.
Yeah,
Now talking
that's
about
what
the
I
other
would,
cards too.
because all rotation for Pokemon is different from, because in September, I forgot which date, every set from X and Y will be removed from standard. It'll be everything Sun and Moon forward from September.
Goodbye, Steam Siege.
And that's the thing, in Japan, I think it's black and white all the way to the newer set as standard. Somewhere around there. I know it's a huge leap.
What's huge?
I wish they would just say bye-bye to standard and do what Yu-Gi-Oh does.
Ban cards. Have a forbidden limited list.
Now, we already have some ban card reprints. Now we're just banned because they did multiplication. Dude, I know you hate math, but just bring a calculator, you know what I'm saying? Most phones have one nowadays. I mean, maybe back in the day no one ever could afford a calculator. Maybe that's why they... that guy has multiplication. We gotta ban it. We can't allow it. Only plus.
It'll be like, you know how you said Buzzword was a really good deck? How Yu-Gi-Oh would do it, they would let the deck run rampant for a while where people will use it. The next Forbidden List, they would either limit the best card or some of the cards that the deck uses. So an example would be like if they decide to limit Buzzword to 1 per deck, basically instead of having 4 Buzzword GXs, you're only allowed to have 1 Buzzword GX, so that basically hits the consistency of the deck of getting their main, ace monster or Pokemon.
That would literally just ruin the entire deck. It would literally just be like, anyone who spent so much, you literally just lost all your money. Like, I wouldn't see them banning the card, but I would see them where they would limit the card from 4 to 3, at least.
Yeah, or 2.
2 would just, like, it wouldn't make your deck function anymore. Because now, the deck is even more consistent with the card Beast Ring. That thing is killer. Now, if we would not have the rotations, the one deck that would win would be, I think it would be a Delta Species Gardevoir that had a killer ability, and that was a meta deck until it got rotated out. It's the best Gardevoir card ever. If I remember right, it's the best one. I don't remember the ability, but if it's that high tier, Buzzwole has nothing against it.
Yeah.
First of all, there's already cards that win. The deck that I've been talking to him this entire every time I get a chance to or get a new idea is a Lost World deck, but not off of Mew Prime or Gengar Prime. It's Palkia G level X. And we talked about it. And he even, like, what were your thoughts on it when I told you about the deck?
It's OP. And it looks like beast and freaking hell.
It's a very good deck.
It's like Zodiacs. If anybody of you guys played Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what Zodiacs are. It's like Zodiac's form, basically.
And if you know that, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you already know. If you're a Pokemon fan as well, you should be terrified of this deck. This is a 2-turn win deck.
Be terrified, my children. Be afraid.
First of all, before you start saying anything, there's already one card that would help you gain the Stadium card Lost World. Volkner. Search for a trainer and an energy. Search for that trainer because it says trainer and then stadium. So technically it's still a trainer card. So you look for that. You search for your random energy. That I think it has to be electric, but doesn't matter at this point.
Well, if it's Volkner, I think, because he's in the games he's an electric type gym leader.
Yeah. Just get that random energy, attach it, get rid of it later. But you will literally be stacked right there. And then I forgot the card. I had it around here. It was called Super Boost Energy. And we were talking about Triple Boost Energy. Remember that card? Would you like to tell them what it does? Or
I don't think I remember.
Now, if I remember right, it is a rainbow energy, but it takes 3. It makes except just one card, it will be 3 energies, of course. Now, Super Boost Energy makes it 4 energies. But the bad thing, it's a Prism Star. So now you can only have 1 in your deck.
Prism Star.
But it goes to your Lost Zone after it loses. After it's gone, of course. Okay, here it is. Oh, and it's a level X, I think, stage. So I don't know how it will work because this card works as for stage 2 Pokemon. When this card is attached to stage 2, it provides a type of every energy type. Provides only one energy at a time, but if you have 3 or more stage 2 in play, it provides every type of energy, but provides 4 energy at the same time.
Wow.
Now attach that to level X Poké-G.
Dun dun dun.
You're already ready to attack. Or, because you can place 4 special energy. If we have a card, I'm not really sure. I entered more into the new age of Pokemon. I did collect more back in the day, a little bit, but I didn't know much about it. But Star knows a lot about the older cards because
Oh yeah.
he didn't even know he had a Gold Star Celebi until I told him. Until he saw my face and he said, "Is that an important card?" And I was about to slap him. I was like, "No, no, 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 no."
Yeah, probably got it from a garage sale too.
Now,
Because that's where I got most of my cards from.
he has a lot of cards that people would love to have just a second one. He has like 6 copies of the damn card. Not Star Celebi. If he had six copies of Gold Star Celebi, and he didn't know, Juan, I would have pushed you out of the car. I would open the door and be like, "Bye, they're mine now." And we're on the freeway, so I know I would never see him again. No.
The one who got away.
Exactly. Now, I don't know if there's a card that allows you to search for special energy, but double colorless energy. You get that. And,
Double the trouble.
and then I think there's a card that allows you to search and attach an energy card. I don't know if that's a special or just an energy card in general. You use it, you're full right there. Different ways to use that deck. If I could build it right now, that I actually could, to show you guys, I would play it and show you how beast it is. Like, there's so many decks I want to build, but I want to, if you don't know by now, I have an online eBay store called RetroPixel. Juan has a store that will eventually open called Meta Bookstore or Meta Store.
Meta novels.
Meta Novels. That is all about books. I would love to see some manga.
I probably will get manga because
No.
I've seen some stuff at Goodwill or manga.
If you had Pokemon Adventures, anyone who would want to rival me against it, say bye-bye. I would take it all. Like, ever since my parents bought me the best adventures of Red, dude, I have loved it. Who knows how many times I read that book already. I love the adventure series. They're very cheap online, $30 for the set of 6, the first 7 volumes. And I would buy it if I could actually do something with it. Most people on this channel only come for the TCG or want to see more cringe. Now, everyone on our friend Jeremy, I won't say his channel name, whatever, at Walmart, anyone that all his co-workers, he has shown my damn videos to. Everyone says Juan Mace to me. Everyone thinks that's my name. when they first see me. Oh, and they're like, oh no, his name is Jesus. Like, oh my god, this is gonna become a meme later on, and I'm gonna hate it. It's gonna become a meme channel at one point. I wanna be PewDiePie reviewing memes. Oh my god, my life would go downhill by then. I'll literally become PewDiePie and then make some Nazi joke that they would take it wrong because they're very sensitive. Dude, if you're sensitive this day and age, then you probably shouldn't have been born this century at all. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of things that people won't get sensitive about anymore. Is the guy who runs the YouTube channel called InfoWars thinks that the shootings at the school were all faked.
Oh wow.
That's taking courage to say that. That is crazy. Oh my god. Just to be saying that on the internet. I'm surprised you can get... oh my... oh. I wish... You know what would be... I just came up with ideas. This right here now. Revolutionary. 10 out of 10. Best idea in the world. Someone would make rules that would combine, or you would be able to use your Pokemon deck against a Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
That would be interesting.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh versus Magic, or vice versa.
How about Magic versus Pokemon?
Charizard wins all the time.
Charizard wins all the time.
I would literally place Totodile and I'd be like, sorry bro, he's my main. You already won. It's like, wait, what? Since when does it work like that? Since I made the rules. Boom.
We kids made the rules before we even knew how to play the real game. Ah.
Mine has more HP, I win. It's like, that's not how it works. It does in my world.
In my mind, it works.
Before any of you start yelling, we know how to play the card game. Yes, not everyone can remember every rule. That's why sometimes we might commit some legal acts that aren't actually legal. Of course.
Don't you guys all be their rule sharks? We don't need some rule sharks up there.
Now, we both play the card game. We both play all three main card games. I play a little bit of Magic. He plays a bit more. He plays a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! I play a ton of Pokemon. And he plays a little bit of Pokemon. I play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Depending how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
He has a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! decks. I have, sometimes if I feel like, a ton of Pokemon decks.
Yeah. Oh, that. I also have a ton of Magic decks. I got a bunch of Magic cards I still need to look through. I just have them stacked in orderly because I saw Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and I was just trying to sort them out.
Because in every card game, the holo card is always the best card, of course. But Magic, if you have damn holo cards, because I told my friends that I had these shiny cards that I pulled in Magic, and they're like, oh yeah, shiny cards in Magic mean nothing.
It's all about the red cards. They don't have to be holographic. They just have to have a red symbol. That means they're really rare.
Yeah.
They're like secret rares. But they're not holo though.
Said, then why the heck do they have holo cards if they're not, well, useful? Usually, any holo card is useful in the card game. Every GX higher is a main deck user. Like Noivern, everyone thought it would be useless. It's a second tier deck. Well, not second tier. It came in second place in some tournament in Japan. And Noivern was one of the most like underrated cards ever. Because it was a dragon. And it was a shiny card.
Shiny dragon.
Literally? Magic. You have shiny holographic cards and they're not even useful? Then just make it cheaper than the damn normal card. Like,
True.
people usually want a shiny out their deck. Sometimes they don't have a shiny version of that card. Then, oh my god. That's why I don't play Magic. And that's why I only have one deck for Magic. Sorry, Magic players, but you're very cancerous.
Cancers.
Literally, if I try to join Magic, I would get yelled at. A ton. For not knowing the rules, for not knowing what this does. My bad. Maybe
Even
the word haste means something else to me. When I use the word haste, I'm hasting away from the cops.
Go day, go bye.
Not hasting towards my enemies. I'm not Rambo.
We all wish we were Rambo. Sadly, some of us don't.
So, I don't remember what Trample did. Death Touch.
Yeah.
Well, last time I checked, Death Touch means death. Then why sometimes when I use it on your damn card, you're like, oh, sorry, Death Touch doesn't work. It's immune. You're not immune to death, mate. Sorry, but unless he's immortal, unless he's Mistress Death or Thanos, you're not immune to death. Sorry, you can't attack me. My monsters are flying. I use a rock to throw it at him. Boom, I win.
The only way you can attack that monster is if you have another monster with flying, or if you have a monster that has reach. That's pretty much it.
I mean, who does, like, if my troll was attacking a dragon, who could not say my troll could jump 100 feet into the sky? Or throw a mountain across the sky? No one knows. No one asked them. They just took his picture and put it onto a damn card. Sorry, people.
Like, here you go.
It's like,
here's your card.
And then I was for the first deck I was building for Magic was the God of Victory. For being the God of Victory, I would expect to win instantly. After all, you do have the God of Victory in your name. You're not very victorious if I can't win in the first time I place you. If I lose, then there's something wrong with your name. Sorry, God of Victory. You're out. You're out of here.
You out. Goodbye. Good day.
There's so many things with Magic.
There's a lot of things. It's hard to keep track of. That's why sometimes when me and Sponsor Nike play, because we play a little more, sometimes we just say, hey, you want to play Magic? We just bust out Magic decks. There's some things we just still don't understand. Like, I'm trying to, my friend at work, he plays Magic, so he knows more than I do, but kind of confusing with Planeswalker. We had a little issue when RandomVictory played Planeswalker and we didn't know what that could do.
For being a Planeswalker, you pretty much suck.
So we didn't know how to use it.
Didn't say how to summon it, or has two sides to the damn card. Which one are you supposed to play? It's not like in Dragon Ball Super or in Force of Will or every other card game that has a double-sided card where it tells you after a certain amount or blah 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 this, or if you activate, you play it, you're able to awaken it and show the other side. Planeswalkers, I don't know, flip a coin, you know which side. I don't know. That's what I literally did during the match. I was like, well, we can't decide which side, so let me flip the card. It landed sideways. It was like that. It was the scene of No Game No Life with the coin, but with a card.
Get stuck in the middle of a crack. The
It's
Bridge series. Oh, come on! I'm done.
I guess it's useless.
I'm done.
Sorry,
GG.
Magic, but most people can't join your game because of many reasons. I can't join it because I don't have enough skill or enough knowledge where people wouldn't criticize me or make fun of me for it. You're very cancerous. At least at Yu-Gi-Oh, I know what I'm talking about, or if I don't know, I could always talk about the TV show.
True.
Literally, if I don't know what part of greed does, I probably shouldn't be hanging out with any of them. What does part of greed do? You draw 3 cards. Oh yeah, I remember that from the series. This guy's retarded.
Oh, I can't believe you used
Yes,
the
he
meme.
is, Timmy. Yes, he is.
He's using the meme. What does Potter Greed do?
I play Part of
think
Greed. It allows me to play however many cards I wish to play.
I think you just draw some cards from your deck. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I think you
think
draw like 7.
Yeah, I think wait, or maybe banish 10 and then draw 2, maybe. Wait, no, that might be a different card. I don't know what Potter Greed does. My mind's in places all over the world.
And then with the text it says, sometimes in Yu-Gi-Oh there's some text and there's loopholes around it.
Mm-hmm. It's like when people say, does MST negate Swords for Revealing Light?
Lots of people thought it did.
It does not. It just destroys it. It does not negate it. It doesn't say negate in MST. It says choose a spell card, trap card, unveil it, and destroy it. It does not say choose a spell, trap card, unveil, and negate it. It just says destroy it.
Now if it said negate, it would be the most wanted card and the most used card in every deck. People would be playing 3 of those damn cards.
Yep. It's good for destroying back row.
Exactly. Now,
Paleozoics heavily depend on back row.
yeah. Now the one
Some
problem
decks do, some
I
decks
don't like with Pokemon is that sometimes in one turn after you end, you're completely screwed over. When your opponent plays or plays his turn. Now I wish there was a way I could play some trainer cards during my turn. Like traps. That would be super cool. It would be like an army strategy game kind of thing. Your main monster's your general, he's the main attacker, and then you can keep adding more, but you have a limit of 5. You have to charge them up and you attack. But
full on attack.
You have cards in your back row that are able to help you. Like, he has a weakness, remove that weakness. Increase defense or something. Do you know how cool that would be? Or I think Magic has rules for double battles, right? Or more than one person, more than just 2 people playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Fix that. Pokemon
Fix it, please.
doesn't even have the concept of it. At least in Yu-Gi-Oh! We had a concept for it. In the anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! That's not his name. His name is Yugi. It's like Link Zelda.
Oh god.
I
That would
remember
make so many people cringe.
Frame Perfect yelled at this guy who was dressed as Link. It was like, "Yo, Zelda!" Everyone's laughing in the group. Oh my
They
god.
start seeing the stairs.
I don't know if you
Why?
noticed or not. We didn't turn around. I didn't want to turn around again. But it was funny. Now, at least Magic has the rules. Some complications here and there. Yu-Gi-Oh has the anime, so we know at least some rules we can use. Pokemon doesn't have a TCG anime that I would literally love. I would love seeing that.
That would be so interesting to see that.
For anyone who doesn't know,
It'd be like Cardfight Vanguard.
And you seen Uno if Uno was an anime, right?
I seen it.
Now I want to do that with, well, if Pokemon was a TCG anime.
That'll make things really interesting.
I would love to see that. I love the TCG more than the actual anime, mostly because they talk about these legendaries, like they talk about Palkia and Dialga at one point, and they're like nonchalant talking about it, and Ash is the more nonchalant person there, like, wow, they're so cool, I wish I could meet them. Are you retarded? You have! You even became one with a legendary Pokemon of who knows what, willpower or something, I don't know, became a Green Lantern? The blue looking Mesprit thingy? And then you literally saw Dialga Palkia, you saved the world from destruction of space and time paradox and everything. And you're like, well, I wish I could meet him one day, you know what I'm saying?
Why didn't he just capture them so he can have them for the rest of his life?
So you're literally telling me that, I don't know, they just bang bang, the Men in Black come in like, sorry, you saw way too many legendary Pokemon today. Please look into this silver looking vibrator here, and it's gonna flash and you're gonna forget everything. Say what? Don't worry about it. Bank. See, wow, I wish I could see those legendary Pokemon one day. Very well, very well.
Very well.
Come on, Ash.
Do something already. Do something that's useful.
I mean, I know the movies aren't canon, but the show is. You have done more things than other people, and still the dad problem? I don't know. His saving every region a few 100 times.
Probably saved the world a few 100 times.
If you remember, hold on, do you remember Johto?
Yes.
Now, do you remember the episode where he saw Suicune?
Yes.
Now, do you remember? No, did he ever say that? I think he said he saw Suicune run. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not sure if it was canon where he said he saw Ho-Oh once.
Mm-hmm.
Or if that was just in the movie. I can't remember if that was it in the movie or in the anime. But he recalls seeing a legendary Pokemon Suicune, but he can't recall seeing the other legendary Pokemon.
Something's fishy.
He meets Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza. And then in Kalos, they mention them. The dude with the Mega Charizard?
Yeah.
Nonchalant means some, and he's like, wow, that's so cool. He's like, dude, you fought against them. Your Pikachu was damn possessed. It was literally Exorcist Pokemon edition. I'm surprised Pikachu didn't start walking weirdly and then start twisting his head. I was like, hello, Ash. Da, 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 da.
Well, hello.
Like, literally. What's wrong with Ash? Is Men in Black coming and erasing his mind from legendary Pokemon each time? Actually, that would be a pretty good theory.
That would be. He got his mind wrapped.
Team Rocket
erased.
Is actually the Men in Black.
Dun dun dun.
That would be awesome. Erasing your mind explains Ash's stupidity. Or
how he never catches the Pokemon like he should.
Yeah, you're supposed to be completing the Pokedex, and you got like what, barely 5%? Not even 5%. You probably have negative 1% of the Pokedex complete.
Probably.
You still can't win a damn region even after getting a sub-legendaries. Even getting a damn bonded Greninja.
Basically a Mega Greninja. Basically.
Sorry, dude, I just suck. You better give up at your dreams then. Sorry, Ash, but you're not becoming no legend. If you became a legend, it would probably be for the most
stupidest Pokemon trainer ever.
For the most the participant badge, participant trophy, for being a participant in every single league ever and still failed.
Yeah.
Even though he won Battle Frontier, that was technically stronger than the league, and then the Orange Island.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Can't forget the Orange Islands.
Now, how did this become from Let's Go Pikachu to let's talk about the anime? Who knows? Who cares?
We will never know.
Like, you remember, right? When he fought all Reggies?
Yeah, knowing that, I remember in Clash of the whatever, when he was with Hoopa, it was like a battle royal between legendaries.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
There was Lugia, Groudon, Kyogre, Mega Groudon, Mega Kyogre. There was Mega Rayquaza that was actually on their side. Groudon and Kyogre, I think, was on the opposite side with the evil Hoopa. And then there was there was Lugia, there was Mega Latios, I think, and
Mega Rayquaza.
Yeah, and there was
Lugia.
Zekrom and Reshiram, I think, were there too.
Yeah.
There was a butt ton of the legendaries.
But the movies are canon in their universe, but not in the anime universe.
Nope.
And there's only supposed to be one legendary, even though there was that episode of Master Quest where there was 2 Lugias.
That was interesting. Lugia had a baby. We didn't think legendaries could do that.
Then that kid who captured Darkrai in the Sinnoh League Victors, that I still say, ending of Sinnoh League Victors was my favorite. Sorry, after that, I didn't like Unova at all.
Goodbye, Unipo. I don't like you anymore. I'm saying good riddance.
Now, before Poketubing became a thing, really, back when Sinnoh League Victors ended, I had already seen the first 2 episodes of Black and White in Japanese. And people thought I was crazy.
The Japanese.
Hello, not everything's American. Not America's not the center of the universe, mate. Unless diabetes was.
That's horrible. Diabetes is the center of the universe. It's McDonald's.
Sorry, people. These kind of jokes are just common nowadays. You shouldn't be angry about it. It's common.
Yeah. It's common.
Now I wish there was easier ways to get older Pokemon stuff. If they would sell it on the Pokemon store, the Poké Center, I would be on there all the time looking at the new items they posted or the older ones they would repost. I would love to see that again.
Repost.
Or just make it easier for everyone and just tell us who Ash's dad is. And I keep saying it's Mr. Mime.
That's probably Mr. Mime.
As far as we can go, we could even say the guy Lysander is his father.
Oh god.
And the reason would be is because he has crazy red hair.
That's a perfect theory.
Nope. Hey, I could even go as far as saying freaking Mewtwo could be.
Oh yeah.
No one can say me wrong. Hey, it could even be Thanos at this point. Boom, bada bing, I teleported in and teleported out. It was just a quickie here and there. You know what I'm saying?
No, he just popped Ash in his mom's tummy and just left. Like, whoa, there we go. There's my child. Now time to take over the galaxy and the whole world. Well, he is off on his Pokemon adventure that we all know he's just in a coma. He's just dreaming it all.
I mean, they kind of hinted towards it in the new movie where there was a world where there wasn't any Pokemon in it.
That would be interesting.
After he died.
There is no Pokemon in this world. Can I go there? It must be the best.
That would be if that was like a subtle hint, like, yeah, all this time he's just mental. He's actually a drug addict in his mid-20s.
Oh god.
Japan.
Plot twist of plot
You just
twist
ruined
of the century.
Everyone's just childhood at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Pope, who said it was a show that was for kids because it was for friendship, and all of a sudden you go like, yeah, he's a guy in his mid-20s, very high, he's imagining Pikachu all the time. Yeah, it was never about friendship or that kind of stuff. It was all about the different kind of weed.
It's all the different kind of weed he found out in the woods.
It would be the biggest plot twist.
He thought it was just creatures out there, but really it was just pots of weeds everywhere.
He thinks he's running through the tall grass, but it's just that.
He thinks he caught a Bulbasaur, but really he's just eating a big bowl of weed.
I'd rather see.
Or he picks up the plant and calls the plant Bulbasaur. Hey, you're a Bulbasaur. We call you Bulbasaur. I'm gonna smoke you when I get home.
I know Pokemon and Nintendo aren't very keen in this idea, but I would love to see that, because I know there's people that, like the guy from Undertale, mostly Undertale, he loves seeing his people that enjoy his game play it, make mods about it, do all that kind of stuff. I would like to see Nintendo do that with all the ROM games. Maybe if this guy created his own game by himself with an amazing, like Pokemon Light Platinum is the top rated ROM game when it comes to Pokemon that people say. That has been for a very long time. Because of the story, everything. If they would take that guy and take him to Nintendo and tell him a new pitch for a story, a new Pokemon region, I would love to see that.
Yeah, it'll be like how people created Pokemon Uranium.
Yeah, and then they took it down.
Yeah, but a lot of people liked it. I mean, they had the new type of Pokemon, Uranium type or something like that. No, I think it was what was it? Nuclear or something with something.
Oh. Like they have a new kind. They have a. It's in my Let's Play. It hasn't shown up yet. It's a relic type. I really don't know much about it. I can just tell you the name, and it has the different forms of a few different Pokemon, and that's all I can tell you because I literally have no idea what relic Pokemon is. I haven't read into it because I wanted to play the game by myself and find that out.
See what Pokemon this is.
Like,
that's a mystery of Pokemon.
That I have been trying to make my own Pokemon game. And
yep.
My game has potential to probably shut down. I'm not gonna lie. This game could be super hyped and also super lawsuited.
Lawsuited. Goodbye.
Like, you're not doing this. You're getting too popular. We can't allow you. Give us your money. But it's a free game. Give us your money. But it's a free. Give us your money. We're Nintendo. We rule over Disney. We are the masterminds of the universe.
We took over Marvel.
Imagine that was the big twist.
Disney's
it was actually
behind everything.
Nintendo that is behind everything.
Secretly, find out Nintendo actually buys out Disney. What?
They buy out Sony, Microsoft since back in the day, and no one knows it. They're just making them look like rivals, so they look like those big guys that we don't need to fight against us because we know we're good.
That would plot twist. Nintendo secretly information released that Nintendo actually bought out Microsoft and Sony even before the PlayStation came out or Xbox.
They rule over all. They cause all the drama. They rule over the universe.
Just to make it look like there's been competitive, but it's all Nintendo's doing.
The reason why the president of Nintendo was killed wasn't because his passing wasn't because they knew he knew the secret that they were aliens. Everyone behind it in the board, so they got rid of him.
They assassinated him.
It was all a plot to get rid of him because he knew too much, and they knew they were gonna release it. Like every game had a hint.
Plot twist of the century.
Every game had a hint connecting it as a puzzle. Every Mario game, everything be like, they are aliens. That's why you don't find Peach at the first castle. She was at the very last one.
Illuminati confirmed.
The board of Japan are aliens.
They're all aliens. Plot twist.
I can see someone posting in the comments, are these guys high? I don't know. Maybe if my hot chocolate had some.
We just did a theory, Nintendo.
Nintendo theory.
God, I can hear game theory right now in my mind.
That would be crazy theory. I mean,
I know.
At this point, anyone who joins the Pokemon community always wants to put their own theory, and usually their biggest theory is debunking anyone else who tried to debunk the Pokemon Dad Ash's thing.
Yeah, that seems like to be it.
Oak not being his father. Who said Gary couldn't be his damn father at this point?
Oh God.
Like you could say that even that old guy gym leader Brock. You could say Brock's dad is even his dad. You know, he was taking a little bit too many rocks and rock stars, and he ended up not remembering what happened that night. Anything can happen. There's no way for anything.
Anything can happen.
It's kind of like the Yu-Gi-Oh timeline. No one gets it right. I was gonna make a different podcast for that, but it's getting very late, so we better get this wrapped up with that final talk.
Oh yeah, I watched the video. There's a video about it if you guys don't know, but it is really complex.
Now, we're about to debunk it. Actually, the next podcast we should do should be fixing the ending for Arc V.